What is going on? Can someone turn on the light? That's better. In this video, I'll be showing you how I built this insane first order base. I won't drag out the intro too much. Don't forget to smash a like on this video, comment to let me know what you think, and use correct characters. Also, stick about to the end where I'll be doing a showcase. So, Captain Phasma contacted me and asked me to build her a new base, and she said this. Daddy, chill. Where's the tissue? I need a new base, it's too cold. Right, I'm going to block that number. So before we start this build, we need to find the perfect location. Oh, look, there, I found one. So now I'm going to jack it up to 3 times speed and bore you to death with me waffling on. So the main idea of this base was to sort of build it like in the side of a mountain and have it themed to look like a first order base, obviously, because that's what the parts are. I'm pretty sure General Ronimus has a similar base to this, and I did definitely get the idea from that. But this is totally different appearance-wise because all the new pieces. I have a lot of plans for it as well. I'd like to add a hangar and stuff, but I'm a bit scared of hitting our complexity. I was so nervous building this, I would hit that and I'd be screwed. But so far, so good. But all it takes is one piece, and that's it. Game over. So to start with, there isn't too much of a variety of these sort of half arrow wall pieces, and the idea is just to build out like a tube, like a support, going all the way around, just switching between all the different pieces to give it as much variety as possible. But this will be just the base of it, then I'll start building upwards from there. So I was just playing around with what floor pieces would fit, and also finished off the other tube off camera. And then this happened. For some reason, I think I wanted to destroy something, and oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I'll fill that in off camera. Obviously, I did fill it in off camera, and I'm also gonna spare you watching me place down a bunch of flooring, and I'm gonna do that off camera as well. There we go, that's looking much better. The next job is to now build the other half of the tubing underneath, just to give the illusion that it's got a support, but it's all fake. Now, obviously, with it being so high up, it is a natural height hazard, so it does need some laser fences, which, to be fair, if they were real lasers, would be more dangerous than falling, because you just get chopped up, surely. But anyway, we're going to put down some fences all the way around. I do flip them inside out because I think it just looks better. And yeah, the red will contrast really well with the rest of the design that I have. There we go, that's much safer. There shouldn't be any accidental eliminations now. So, because I really want it to be symmetrical, I'm going to put down some black floor pieces just to make sure that my measurements and proportions are correct and everything's in the right place. And we're going to start by building one half of the tower. So the idea is it's going to be 2 smaller ones either side and 1 massive one in the middle. But it will be symmetrical because otherwise I will not sleep. So what I'm doing here is I'm about to build some stairs, and I need to build them sort of step back and inset, and I think this black trim really contrasts nicely and sort of closes off that section as there is a black trim going all the way around. So what I do is I put stairs on, I have to bring them forwards, then I have to put black floor underneath to sort of complete that shape, as the height difference is about 1 stud high or whatever it is, 1 slab high, so it has to be done. This looking good. I'm not gonna lie, I did build it in the wrong place, but we'll change that later, it's fine. All I gotta do next is the same thing over here. Exact mirror image, let's go. Well, that was nice and easy. Now we have twins. What do you think, Phasma? I need a new base, it's too cold. You said that earlier. So I'm going to put down a quick door just for reference, and then we're going to build out for our middle tower. And instead of building how the corner pieces are supposed to be, I've sort of flipped them sideways, if you can see that, which isn't how they're supposed to be, but just gives it a slightly different shape. Yeah, well, that's not going to fit, is it? So let's do a quick hit and run. And try it again. So with a bit of playing around, I figured out if I put a gap between them, it fits nicely. So if we have a look at this, it is looking pretty good on the inside. And I was thinking to maybe turn this into a prison underneath. I'm not entirely sure, but overall, the base of it is looking muy bien. So the next step is to fill in the floor. God, I'm efficient. And like always, first order health and safety legislation, I have to put down handrails so nobody hurts himself. I wouldn't want Phasma to sue me, it'd probably not end very well. Alright, so now I'm going to put down the door for this side. I'm going to build some walls over, leading towards our middle tower. But a lot of this stuff I change a bit later on, so we'll skim through it, and then we'll get to the main tower. So I'm excited to use these new angled walls, which are obviously very distinctive to the First Order, and that's what makes it look like a First Order build, plus the giant flag that I'm going to put on. So now we've actually got glass windows. It's incredible. They're supposed to be laser doors, and they are one stud lower than the height of like a normal wall, but there's an easy way to fix this. You just put a floor piece on top like this, and I've used the angle ones to give it that extra flair. And then, yeah, look at that. Beautiful. So that actually looks fitted and great. And we'll build it all the way up. I think I'm going to do about 5 or 6 floors. I want to make some space here for the big flag to go on, of course. Look at that, looking good. And then just build some floor pieces out to match the look. This is how it looks. It's looking good. And like magic, boom, there we go. Now we've got some walls. Sorry, let me say wall. What in tarnation? I just love the windows. It's so good. Why is it taking a year for them to add this? Well, and they're red, but still. I'll tell you what it's missing. A bit of KSI. It needs a bigger forehead. So I'm going to do that by raising the top floor up by 1. And I won't be putting a bandana on it. Now that looks just much more proportionate and far better. So a few schoolboy errors. I built this sort of right-hand tower, and I'll be honest, I like the front of it, but the sides just look weird and it needs to be a bit more plain. So we've got some work to do. We will come back to that. On the bright side, these walls are we're actually going to keep them. Maybe they'll be good for like an elevator shaft or something. Not entirely sure, but we need them for the next part. I did build this, and if you remember, I mentioned earlier in the video, these stairs need to move. Yeah, not exactly center, is it? Alright, so now we have a clean and symmetrical canvas. We can actually start working it and make it look how we want. Alright, so the main focus for this was obviously to get the windows in. And these little glow stick walls, what they'll do is they'll emphasize the windows, hopefully make them glow at night, but probably not, because I don't think they actually emit much light. And you can see a little bit of the light poking through the bottom. So I've made the wall come out a little bit, and I'm going to put a frame on the top just to sort of give it that square shape. Now I'm going to fill in that bit. I also need to put another flat wall here and here in the corners. There we go. So it's got that sort of shape. That is looking really good. Now, the only thing that I need to do is sort out this eyesore of a tower. So let's quickly just smash that up. And rebuild it to actually look less hideous. I thought I would just not talk there just to give you some peace of quiet. Now we're going to do another one of those magic transitions. We just got to copy everything from the right hand side over to the left. Oh wow, that was quick. I am just going to vandalize this building in the name of making the First Order great again. And the middle bit needs some love as well. I'm just going to step that up another floor just so we can have a little office there or something. It doesn't matter what goes there because it'll probably never get filled because of complexity. Big shout out to Epic for building such an incredible game where there's no limitations. And what happens? Oh right, too many builds nearby. Oh wait, yeah, that's right, yeah. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is add some extra details just to step out, give it some more depth. And I'm actually going to do a slightly different design on the left-hand side, comparable to the right-hand side, just to see which one I prefer. What I really want to know is which one's better, the one on the left or the one on the right? Comment to let me know what you think. Doesn't really matter because I want to go for the one on the right. Now, all that is left is just all the boring stuff, like building the walls all the way into the mountain and then just putting the ceilings on and the roofs and stuff like that. So, not the most interesting stuff ever. Eventually, I would like to do some interior decorations, but yeah, I'm not too sure how well that'll go with complexity, but we'll see. Hopefully, there's still plenty left. And possibly adding a hanger underneath, but again, with complexity, it's not very likely to happen. With the roofs, real quick as well, the actual roof pieces that you get, they don't have all of the ones that are compatible with what I need. So basically what I've just done is put down floor pieces on the ceiling. So yeah, does the job. And it's literally just that. That's all it is. I'm just building the walls, just plain walls straight back into the mountain because that's what you'd expect for a First Order base. Nothing too fancy detail wise on the side. Just wanted to keep it plain and simple, keep all the detail at the front. Right, now let's do the showcase. But first, let's just give Captain... Why is that door not working? Okay, let's give Captain Phasma a call, see if we can get hold of her.
Ring, ring.
This is... I am Trillin calling.
Oh my god, it's so cold up here.
Right, I think she's froze to death. What am I doing with my life? Right, let's see if we can fly over to that base. As it turns out, we actually don't have enough balloons to get us high enough. Oh, no, we're going up. We are going up. Will it be enough, though? That's the thing. Well, that will be close enough, I think. We'll just have to rock climb. Right, so for the showcase, I mean, you've seen me build majority of this. This is how the finished product looks. I added some extra little details here, like antennas and satellites and all that. Ideally, I'm going to build a vehicle that can land up here, so it has to be somewhat lighter than that or have more ugly balloons. But anyway, let's just pretend for a second that I landed up here. Oh, that's good. Let's have a look at the bottom. Yeah, so for the ground floor, let's just open these lovely double doors. What I want... Oh my god, controller batteries are low, great. What I would like to do is build some sort of prison or something down here, but again, complexity gods will probably not allow it. Maybe even, like, this could be the entrance up from the hangar. So there'd be an elevator or something that takes you up to here. And this is how you get out to the main building with prisons either side. That would be ideal. But again, it just depends on complexity. So not likely I'll be able to do that. And as we come up, obviously, this is the left half and that's the right half. You can see the nice lights and stuff through there. That looks good. What we would do, again, ideally, is have like a communal area, things like that. Have a walkway going across from out here. Maybe have this as a whole room. Have this bit as like an open bridge that takes you across. On this top floor here, we'd have it 2 floors high. And this would be like the main command center. Have a TV screen there. There you go. Something like that. Job done. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'll do. It just depends on complexity, if it's even worth like attempting it. I don't know, but there's a lot of ideas that I would like to do that could look really good, but again, it's not really up to me, it's up to complexity. If complexity wasn't an issue, I would just go crazy and I'll do a whole video on decorating the entirety of this. And I also love the feature wall. Oh, okay, we just fell through the floor. Yeah, and I quite like having this rock wall here as well, so you could do some indoor rock climbing. It's just nice to have that, because I'm pretty sure the First Order base actually has that in episode 7 on the Starkiller base. I think it does. Pretty cool homage to that. And also having a walkway along this bit would be good as well, because obviously you've got the windows and that. I don't know, I'm too scared to even attempt it after my last video with complexity. So, but yeah, the views are absolutely stunning. Like, oh my god, fly! Look at that. Obviously you can't see very well because the windows, but if it wasn't for the windows, that is a pretty good view. We've got a rainbow there. We can see the Star Wars island. Let's get some binoculars. Yep, you can't see much, and you still can't see much. What is going on with that? I'm going to go over there and massacre them. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Comment to let me know what you think of the build. Don't forget to smash a like if you haven't already. And subscribe if you're new, because I post every week. And there'll be a lot of Star Wars stuff. Adios.